The biggest reason people fail to build muscle at home has nothing to do with equipment, and everything to do with one mistake they repeat every single week. And no, it's not lack of motivation, it's not bad genetics, and it's definitely not because they don't have a gym membership. The truth is, most people train hard, but they never give their muscles a reason to change. They repeat the same workout, the same reps, the same effort, week after week. Then they wonder why their body stays exactly the same. But here's the good news. Everything you need to build muscle is probably already sitting somewhere around you right now. A backpack, a chair, a floor, a few water bottles. That's enough. And in the next 15 minutes, you're going to train every major muscle group using a system designed for real growth, real strength, and real transformation. Not random exercises, not endless cardio disguised as strength training. A complete full-body blueprint. And stay with me because later I'm going to reveal the one rule that determines whether your body changes over the next 12 weeks or stays exactly where it is today. Let's start with the chest. Most push-ups fail for one simple reason. They stop where growth is supposed to begin. Think about it. The floor cuts the movement short. Your chest never reaches a deep stretch, and that deep stretch is one of the strongest triggers for muscle growth. So instead, use a deficit push-up. Elevate your hands on sturdy books or chairs and lower yourself below hand level. Slow down, control every inch. Feel your chest stretch, then drive back up. Now here's something most fitness channels never explain. Muscle isn't built by moving fast. It's built by forcing muscle fibers to work under tension. That's why the next exercise matters. Slow tempo push-ups. 4 seconds down, 2 seconds up, no rushing. Every rep becomes a challenge. If your workouts feel easy, you're probably moving too fast. Slow it down and watch everything change. And here's a question. Why do some people build impressive physiques with bodyweight training while others stay stuck for years? Don't answer yet. We'll come back to it. Now let's hit the shoulders. If you want that powerful V-taper look, shoulders matter. Wide shoulders instantly make your waist appear smaller. That's why pike push-ups are non-negotiable. Push your hips high. Turn your body into an upside-down V. Lower your head between your hands, then press. Every rep builds strength where it counts. But size alone isn't enough. You need width. That's where lateral raises come in. Grab water bottles, raise them slowly, control the descent. And here's the mistake most people make. They stop when it starts burning. Elite athletes understand something different. The burn isn't the signal to quit. It's often the signal that the work has finally begun. Quick reality check. If you've been training at home for months and your shoulders still look the same, it's probably not because your workouts are too easy. It's because you're stopping too early. Most people quit the set right before the reps that actually matter. That's the difference between exercise and transformation. Now let's talk about the muscle group almost every home workout ignores, the back. And this is where many physiques fall apart. Because you can't see your back in the mirror, so people forget about it until their posture collapses. Their shoulders round forward and their physique starts looking smaller. A loaded backpack row solves that problem. Pull the weight toward your stomach, squeeze your shoulder blades together, own the top position, then lower slowly. After that, perform reverse snow angels. It doesn't look impressive, but don't underestimate it. These small muscles are responsible for posture, stability, and long-term shoulder health. A few years from now, your body will thank you or punish you. The choice starts today. Now for legs. And if you think bodyweight leg training isn't challenging, you're about to discover otherwise. Want proof that weight isn't everything? Try a set of Bulgarian split squats to true failure. 1 minute later, you'll stop asking where the dumbbells are. One leg working, one leg getting stronger. This movement exposes weakness instantly. Most people realize within seconds that they aren't nearly as strong as they thought. That's not failure, that's feedback. Then slow tempo squats. Every second under tension matters. Every pause increases the challenge. Every rep builds resilience. Finish with a wall sit. And when your legs start shaking, don't panic. That's exactly what's supposed to happen. Because growth often feels uncomfortable before it becomes visible. Now here's the answer to the question from earlier. Why do some people transform while others stay stuck? It's not knowledge, it's not equipment, it's not motivation. It's their ability to stay engaged when things become uncomfortable. That's the difference, and nowhere is that more obvious than core training. Forget endless sit-ups. Your abs were designed to resist movement, not just create it. That's why hollow body holds are so powerful. Press your lower back into the floor. Lift your legs, lift your shoulders, hold, fight for position. Then move into reverse crunches. Slowly lift your pelvis. Don't rush because control builds strength, and strength builds confidence. Now let's finish with arms. The muscle group everyone wants, backpack curls, heavy, controlled, squeeze hard at the top. Then overhead triceps extensions. This is the movement most people skip, and it's the reason many arms never look complete. The long head of the triceps creates thickness. Train it, grow it, finish with water bottle curls to failure, not comfort, failure, because sometimes the final few reps create the biggest changes. And now we're at the most important part of this entire video. The rule that decides whether all this effort works. Progression. Here's the part almost nobody follows, not because it's complicated, but because it requires patience. Most people don't fail because they train poorly. They fail because they never progress. Your body only changes when the challenge changes. Every week, something must get harder. Add books to the backpack, slow the tempo. Increase reps, reduce rest, choose a tougher variation. Give your body a reason to adapt. If you're a beginner, train 3 days per week, build consistency first. If you're serious about transforming your body, move to 5 days per week as your recovery improves. Remember this. Discipline is not showing up when you're motivated. Discipline is showing up when the excitement is gone, when nobody is watching, when results aren't visible yet. That's where transformations happen. Not in perfect conditions, not in expensive gyms, not with fancy equipment. Right here, in ordinary rooms, on ordinary days, making extraordinary decisions. Look around you, the backpack, the chair, the floor beneath your feet. None of those things are holding you back. The difference between the man you're becoming and the man you are today isn't equipment, it's discipline, it's consistency, it's what you do after this video ends. The only thing standing between your current body and your future body is whether you start and whether you keep going. 1 workout, 1 week, 1 month, then 12. Because 12 weeks from now, you'll either be stronger, leaner, more confident, or you'll be wishing you started today. The choice is yours. Let's get to work.